Do jula ove godine glavni distributer automobila iz Volkswagen grupacije za Bosnu i Hercegovinu bila je domaća kompanija ASA Auto. Međutim, distributivna mreža sada je prešla u ruke austrijskog Porschea, čime je ta kompanija zaokružila distributivnu mrežu za jugoistočnu Evropu. O tome šta je austrijski Porsche, odnosno po čemu se ta kompanija razlikuje od Porschea iz njemačkog Stuttgarta, te kakve su trenutne prilike na regionalnom, ali i svjetskom tržištu, ranije sam razgovarao sa generalnim direktorom Porschea Austrija, Alanom Faveyom.
Porsche, it represents much more than just a car today. What is Porsche today in the world, in the auto industry?
Well, basically, our company, Porsche Holdinga Austrija, has the same name, but has actually nothing to do with the Porsche AG, who's making these fantastic sports cars. And it all started with Ferdinand Porsche, who was the inventor of the Beetle. And Ferdinand Porsche had two children, a son who developed the sports car company, and a daughter who developed our company in Salzburg. And our company is called Porsche just because they were both sons and daughter of Mr. Porsche. But basically we have two completely different activities. What we do as Porsche Holdinga Austrija is sell, repair and finance cars. We are a distribution company. So we distribute Porsches as well, just as we distribute Volkswagen, Skodas or Seat, because we are, since 2011 now, a part of the Volkswagen Group. So Porsche AG in Stuttgart, just as us in Salzburg, are two parts of the Volkswagen Group, and we are acting as a distributor of the brands of the Volkswagen Group.
Until the month of July this year, the cars from the Volkswagen Group were being sold by a local company, but now that has changed.
Yes, we as Porsche Holding took over the importer here, the ASA Group in Bosnia and Herzegovina. That's something we've been trying to do for many years because we basically are present in all countries in Southeastern Europe except in Bosnia. So it was clearly one of the last countries where we were not in charge of the importing the brands of the group. We wanted that to change, so we've discussed with ASA and we managed to agree on a takeover, and we're very happy about that.
Are the countries of the region an interesting market in terms of sales for your company?
They're extremely interesting. If you make the sum of all the countries we are present in Southeastern Europe, the market is approximately 600,000 cars. So 600,000 markets is the size of markets like Belgium or Holland. So these are quite big markets. So the sum of all the markets is quite big. And also we believe that these markets have a huge potential for growth, because the number of cars per inhabitant is, in a country like Bosnia, 120, so you get approximately 120 cars for 1,000 inhabitants. In Austria or in Germany, this level is 500, 600. So we believe that there is a huge potential for more cars to be sold, especially in these countries, because there are less cars on the road.
What is the state of the auto industry in Europe today? Did it recover from the financial crisis?
Well, what we see is basically that, especially in the countries of Southeastern Europe where we are present, the crisis hit these countries very hard. So the total market I was talking about a minute ago of 600,000 was 1.5 million before the crisis started in 2008. So these countries have been hit very hard, but what we see is that they start to recover now. And we see that in many of these countries this year we have growth rates in the range of 20%. So we see these markets recovering, and again we think in the medium to long term there is a huge growth potential in these markets, and that's why we as Porsche Holding, as part of our long-term strategy, always made sure to keep our activities, to keep our presence in these countries as importers, as dealers. We kept our presence even during the crisis in order to be there when the markets start again, and that's exactly what's happening now.
I want to talk a bit about electric cars. It has been the buzz for the last 2-3 years. Almost every car manufacturer has developed one model. but we don't have the chance to see them on the streets so often.
Part of the answer is what the cars can do. The range of an electric car today, how many kilometers you can drive when your battery is full, is maximum 120, 150 kilometers. So usually, when you drive your car, at some stage you see, when you don't have enough petrol, when there's only 100 kilometers left, you go very quickly to fill your tank. As with an electric car, you start and your tank is almost already very low. So these cars are adapted for purely city driving, where you drive a few kilometers every day. If you have to use your car for longer journeys, this is getting complicated. So it limits the usage of the car. And at the same time, we have to say that the facilities to recharge the batteries are not everywhere. It's difficult for people living in a flat, to recharge their car, because not everyone has a house with an own garage where you can just recharge your car. So this is making the situation a bit more difficult. And also there are very little and very few charging facilities in towns or on motorways. So it limits really the range and the capacity of these cars. But we believe there is a big future for this technology, because we are working clearly on the battery capacity and to increase the range of the cars. And also we believe that the real technological solution at the moment is the so-called plug-in hybrids, which is the combination of a normal engine and an electric engine you can recharge. We think that is the real solution at the moment.
Yeah, generally in the last decade we have seen a technical revolution in the auto industry. You have big touch screens and other technologies such as Bluetooth for your phone. Where do you think that technology is heading in the next couple of years? What will be the new big thing?
Well, the next big thing is certainly the piloted driving, so the self-driving car. We're not far from that actually at the moment. When you drive an Audi with the full spec, or Volkswagen with full spec, and you drive on the motorway, you have so much assistance systems that actually you can almost stop driving the car yourselves. But clearly it's not yet to the point that you can completely leave the driving to an automatic pilot, but that is clearly the next step. We already have cars with that technology. With Audi, we presented a car this year that drove on the Nürburgring, on itself. So the technology is there, but there is a lot of infrastructure that you need to make sure that everyone can use that sort of cars, and this is not solved yet.
Mr. Alain Favey, thank you very much.
Thank you.